So do we know anything about Mole? Is Mole going to make it?
Like Amy Winehouse, Mole could be fucked.
I hope not.
Come to you pre-recorded from Ace Broadcast Studios in Glendale, California. It's the Big Three Podcast. I'm your pal Don Barris. I'm along with...
Scary Perry Caravello?
Yeah.
And what happened to Mole?
Well, that's a whole little thing right there in itself, I guess. And
I hope he's going to make it.
Well...
You know,
we're gonna let you know what happened to Mole exactly, but it's not the happiest of days on our second to last broadcast here from Ace Broadcasting Studios. As you know, we're moving on. Kind of bittersweet because this is the place where we learned how to make a podcast, and thanks to our pal Donnie Mizrahi, he helped us out with that. But
can I ask you a question?
Shoot.
Did we find a new studio?
Yeah, we got a new studio.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, we'll see what happens with that. There's a lot of pressure there. As you know, Mole found a diet when he was in Rio.
A retarded diet.
Well, okay, if you don't know about the diet, he would do crystal meth. So he'd forget about eating. Yeah. So he blend crystal meth and heroin
and then
together.
Cocaine.
Right. And I heard something terrible happen with Mole, and instead of me talking about it, why don't we play this message from Mole that Mole left with me?
Hey, Dad, you know who it is? It's Mole. Hey, you know we do that podcast? I can't do it this week, because you know why? Quincy's sending me on a cool vacation to some place. He said they got detoxification, whatever that is. But I gotta go because the other night when I was going to park my car at a restaurant, I hit all these valet parkers because they were jumping out in front of me. Anyway, dude, have a great show, and you guys should visit me here. We'll party, man. Bring some dope and we'll party at this rehab place.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I hope that rehab place helps him out.
Well, I do too, because we need Mole to be the third member of the Big Three. And the good news is the valets that he hit, none of them are dead.
Okay.
Which is a positive thing. But our hearts go out to Mole. Hopefully he can be here for the last show, which is next week. I don't know. Right now, I just don't know.
If he's in a facility similar to the Betty Ford Clinic or the Malibu drug rehab facility, he should be gone for a good 2 to 3 months.
Well,
but have limited time away from being in the rehab, come out, do this show, then go right back into the rehab.
Yeah, he might be able to do something like that. We're going to find out more a little bit later in the show because we're going to have John Quincy Adams calling in. A lot of people have become fans of your dad, Cookie Caramello, who, if you don't remember, was in the Navy, I believe, a cook in the Navy.
Look, my dad's name is not Cookie Caramello.
Well, I don't know how that happened.
It's bullshit.
Well, everybody's writing me talking about that their fathers were on the same ship as Cookie and things like that.
It's
and they
bullshit.
Well, I'm just telling you what I'm getting in my emails and that. So anyway,
my father's name is not Cookie, by the way.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Was he a cook in the Navy?
He was a cook.
Then he's probably called as a nickname, not his real name, Cookie Caramello.
Caravello is my last name.
Oh, okay. Well, Cookie Caravello.
Whatever.
I don't know what that means.
If they knew how to spell my name correctly.
Well, it's a hard name to spell, for God's sake. It's K-A-R.
It's easy to spell if you know how to sound out words. C-A-R is in car, A-V is in Victor, E-double-L-O. Caravello.
So it's not Caravello because it's
Caravello or Caravello, however you want to say it.
Which one do you say?
I say both because it depends on, depending on what. In my auto detailing business, when I had car care, back in Orange County,
Yeah.
back when I first came up here, I just removed everything and just called myself Perry Carr, Carr.
That might be the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my
Well-
life. You know what would have been good, though? The Caravello. That would have been good.
Okay.
But you didn't do that.
No.
You just Perry Carr.
It was Perry Carr, or my auto detailing company was called Car Care.
Huh. Well,
My dad gave me that name.
and now your nickname is
P.
Pilo.
Pilo.
That's what everybody on the internet's calling you, Pilo.
I never saw that.
You've never seen that?
No.
Well, I think more people are calling you Pilo than anything else. More people call you Pilo than they do Perry Carr.
Scary Perry.
Well, I think you're moving on. Pilo's a new name.
Whatever.
Well, as I said, we're going to be leaving here. Next week is our final show with Ace Broadcasting. And as I said, we're very sad about that. We're going to miss everybody who's been here with us. And I will say this. We are very close to getting something big happening. And we're very close to finishing our own studio. The way that we're financing, we've gotten some very big fans that have come through, and they've helped us out financially. But we're still a little bit short financially. And so what we've done is we've got a neck brace auction. Now, the way you can get this is go on Don Barris's Facebook. So go to Facebook, my page, Don Barris. And what you get in this, which is unbelievable, you get the autographed neck brace. This is the same neck brace that you wore for 5 weeks.
6 weeks.
6 weeks. Well, each week it goes up. So it's 6 weeks now?
5 or 6 weeks.
Well, okay. I said 5, and then you
okay.
immediately made me feel like a jackass on this show by saying it was 6 weeks. Now you say it's 5 or 6 weeks. I don't know what to believe in.
I don't even well, the last week of May till the first week of July.
Okay, we'll just say 5 or 6 weeks,
Okay.
and then everything's cool, okay?
Okay.
But anyway, you get the autographed neck brace. That's autographed by you, me, Mole, Neil Leeds, Mary Jane, everybody who's around here. And the great part, you get a complete bed from Leeds Mattresses. That's an entire set. It will be delivered to your house. That, too, is going to be autographed by me, you, hopefully Mole if he ever gets out of rehab. And the real treat is you're going to get a free $10 shout-out. But this is different than any other $10 shout-out because it's a special $10 shout-out. You get to call my answer machine, leave a message, and we're going to give you your voice in the $10 shout-out for the first time ever. Quite a treat, huh? Now, that bidding will close tonight. So if you haven't made a bid yet, tonight at 11:59 Pacific Standard Time, we tape this show a week early, but tonight, the 29th of July at 11:59, the bidding is over. So if you want to get the autographed neck brace, the complete bed from Leeds Mattresses, and the free $10 shout-out, you've got to make your bids now. Anything else you want to say before we do our $10 shout-out about that, Perry?
I'm seeking my bed, and that'll be coming, I don't know, between the next 2 to 6 weeks.
What are you talking about?
Oh, wait, I'm...
Why do you keep bringing up the bed? I told you, you're just trying to rip everybody off.
I'm not ripping nobody
You're
off.
trying to rip somebody off for something.
Oh, God. Next subject.
Okay. Before we get to the next subject, for the people that have never heard our show before, we were the stars of the cult classic film Windy City Heat. Now
Correct.
we have our own podcast now. We're missing Mole today, but the three of
Correct.
us were the stars of the Windy City Heat movie, the greatest movie ever. Well, now this podcast, when we started it, we tried to do something different than any other podcast, radio show, any TV show, is what we talk about. Is we talk about pop culture, but then we talk about our own personal lives. So that's why we're famous. That's why the Big Three podcast is the best podcast in the world. Very soon, moving from Ace Broadcasting. But now, the next segment we're going to do, this is a show segment where the listeners can be part of the fun by sending $10 to us, where you get a mention on the show. Keep in mind, if you want to be part of the $10 shout-out, you send $10 cash to 7510 Sunset Boulevard, number 153, Hollywood, California, 90046. And now it's time for the $10 shout-out.
$10 shout out.
Well, today we have no shout outs. So that was the $10 shout out.
$10 shout out.
Well, there you have it. Well, one of the guys that has been not only a sponsor with us, but an all-around great guy is Neil Leeds. He has helped us out in many ways, and today he wanted to be here. Terribly he wanted to be here, but he couldn't make it. So what he did is he left us a little message. And he's talking about the bet he's going to give for the big neck brace auction. So why don't we play that call from Neil Leeds?
Hi, everybody. This is Neil Leeds from Leeds Mattress. Just want to say thanks, Don. Don has asked me to come to the show today. I just want to apologize because here at my company, at the Leeds Mattress Stores, I'm short of some people, and I've got to load some beds and get some clients their mattresses, and I wasn't able to get out to the show today. And but I'm calling to leave a message to remind people that tonight at 11:59 Pacific Standard Time, the auction is going to be over, and that is tonight. And this auction is very important to the Big Three podcast. This auction is about moving the Big Three podcast to a bigger, better studio, and actually moving this show to even bigger and better things, which I'm totally 100% for. And just want to let everybody know that this auction is for Perry's neck brace. It's going to include from the Leeds Mattress Company a beautiful Leeds Mattress Limited Queen set, which will be autographed by the Big Three podcast. And this bed is actually made by the Serta Mattress Company, which is a very dominant mattress player in the world of mattresses, and also a free shout out. And I really am hoping that even though I'm not there today, that this reminder is real. I'm really positive that we can get this auction dollars to move up the drop, and it's going to be for a great cause, because I know that this Big Three podcast is going to be moving to great things. It's just an amazing podcast that more and more people are going to get to hear, and with this money, it's going to improve the studio, enhance the ability to reach more people, and actually maybe more guests and more shout-outs and everything that goes along with it. So I just wanted to add that, and this is basically my call-out for everybody, and to say that this auction means a lot to me as well, and I would like it to really present the Big Three podcast with the ability to make forward, their plans to build the studio and to continue on, so I actually can continue to be a guest on it as well, because I have such a great time. So I'm going to tap out at this phone message, because I want to take the podcast time, and I just want to say hello to everybody. Hope everyone's doing great, and sorry I can't be there. I know I'm missing out on great fun, and I can't wait to be a guest coming up shortly. And please, if you can, just think deeply about it. Not only will you get to keep memorabilia as far as the neck brace that Perry used, but I could tell you one thing, you'll be sleeping really good on that mattress, and that's really important. So keep in mind, it's a value beyond any value out there, and I'm not giving some phony little foam mattress that your back's going to hurt. I'm giving you the real deal, deal with the deal type mattress, a bed that I can feel confident that you will love. I will see everyone next week on the final podcast from Ace Broadcasting. So peace out. Enjoy, everybody. The Big Three rocks. Neil with the deal. I won't be beat.
Neil won't be beat, and he's got 26 locations throughout the greater Los Angeles area. He became one of our sponsors, and our other sponsor that we got, well, Perry kind of screwed up, I guess is the best way to say it, by breaking a rule that this guy didn't want. So next week will be their last commercial with us, but we still loved them. And let me tell you a little bit about what I'm saying here. Because ASM Plumbing and Porn is your one-stop for all your plumbing and hardcore man-on-man porn concerns. That's 440-731-9338. Hi, friends. It's your old pal from the cult classic film Windy City Heat and from the podcast that makes you glad that you're internet savvy, the Big Three Podcast. Well, I'm here to talk with you once again about an American company that's broken new business ground. Two brothers from Ohio took their very successful plumbing business and combined it with their true love, hardcore man-on-man porn. And that's how they formed ASM Plumbing and Porn. You wonder how this new concept has been accepted in the naive Midwestern Ohio town. It's worked out great, and it's not just because they have nothing to do in Ohio except wish they lived in Michigan. But why take my word for it? Let's hear from a guy that claims he's straight but does have a check mark for dabbling. ASM Plumbing and Porn spokesman, Scary Perry Caravello. Now, Perry, try to read this at the best ability. And at the end there, I want you to kind of say you're sorry. So, if you would.
Hi, friends. I'm the Scaremaster, Scary Perry Caravello from the Big Three Podcast and from the cult film classic Windy City Heat. I'm here today because I want my fans to know that when I'm playing the Scaremaster, I play a homophobic, racist, male, what's that word?
Chauvinistic.
Male chauvinistic, moronic fool. But when I'm away from the gang, I love watching hardcore man-on-man porn. I consider myself straight because even though I've only committed one gay act in my life, I found that I didn't like it. Just because I didn't like my experience back in 1992, it does mean that I can't enjoy watching the hardcore man-on-man porn. Yeah. I find it cool to watch for fashion tips and the different methods coming that you don't find.
It doesn't say that. Start again. It says I find it cool to watch for fashion tips. You're talking about the hardcore man-on-man porn. This is what they want you to read. So what you're saying is here, I find it cool to watch the fashion tips and the different methods of coming. Okay.
All right. That you don't
read it all.
I find it cool to watch for fashion tips and the different methods
of coming.
And there's no of there.
Just fucking read what I said.
I find it cool to watch for fashion tips and the different methods of coming that you don't find in the so-called straight films. So that's why I love what the people from ASM Plumbing and Porn are doing. Whether WEATHER, that's like a weather.
Just shut the fuck up and read.
It's it's replacing.
No, wait, read the whole line.
All right.
Whether.
Whether it's replacing the ball. What's that? Whether it's replacing the ball cock in the commode. Whether it's replacing the ball cock in the commode, or renting video showing studs shooting an abnormal amount of ropes of semen out of their cock and balls, ASM Plumbing and Porn is my one stop for all of my plumbing and hardcore man-on-man porn concerns. Listen, guys, from ASM Plumbing and Porn, as you know, like I said earlier in this readout, that yes, it was one time back in 1992. But again,
they're not mad at you for that. They encouraged that.
Forgive me.
Don't tell me, tell them.
ASM Plumbing and Porn, kindly forgive me for opening my foolish mouth and spitting out names on the air. Okay, please. We need sponsors and we need you guys back.
That's the way you apologize.
what do you want me to say?
I want you to speak from your heart.
My heart doesn't know what to say. I'm stuck. I'm frozen. I'm like, have you ever froze when you're on stage and you don't know what to say when you're on stage?
I'm a professional. No, I've never had that happen.
I'm a professional too, but I get stuck.
No, you're not.
Okay, I'm not.
Don't whisper.
You're whispering.
Yeah, because I'm not supposed to be heard. You're supposed to be apologizing.
I'm sorry, you guys. I don't mean this, oh, Christ. I don't know what to say. What I know what to say is what I read, But from the heart, I mean, I go off because I get angry at things, and I didn't mean to go off, and I didn't mean to spit out names that were not supposed to be said. Okay, I mean, it was wrong of me to do that, and kindly forgive me. I mean, everybody makes mistakes. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. They're not perfect. So kindly, please forgive me for making the retarded statement and saying the names that I said the last. I don't even remember the week it was, but 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago or whatever it was that I said their names on the air.
That's ASM Plumbing and Porn, 440-731-9338. Well, I guess you couldn't do better.
Well, I mean, I'm.
Here's what I would have. Here's what I would have
I'm
said.
stuck.
Here's what I would have said. I would have said, guys, I'm really sorry. We love you on this show. I've done things that I've never done before. I would like you to come back. But anyway, that's not a big deal. Let's do this.
Guys, I'm really sorry.
No, it's too late. Because right now, it's a part of the show that your manager, agent worked in. It's now 60 seconds with Perry. Go!
Scary Perry Skateboards and Scary Perry Productions. www.scaryperry. Scary Perry Skateboards. Skateboards is spelled SK8 and boards.com.
Oh, look at this. Hey, it's Neil Leeds.
Hey, there he is.
What are you doing here? Neil, grab a seat over here.
In. Again, Scary Perry Skateboards.
Hey, Neil, how are you? Put in the
And
headphones
you guys
right
like
there.
to always mess with my
How are you, Neil?
advertisements.
I'm doing great, Don.
God.
Keep going, Perry. We're in the middle of 60 seconds with Perry.
ScaryPerrySkateboards.com.
This is his.
You can order my skateboard decks or my T-shirts. I've got.
Sit down, Neil. Be comfortable.
Excuse me. I've got some special orders that are coming through for shirts. But again, www.scaryperryskateboards.com. That's SCARYPERRY 8 boards.
Stop! All right, that was 60 seconds with Perry. Hey, just during that time, look who walked in. It's our sponsor, Neil Leeds from Leeds Mattresses.
Hey,
Hey,
Don
Neil.
Barry. What's
All
going
right,
on?
buddy.
Hey,
I've
Don.
seen you.
Well, I just want to say that, I left you a message, and I just felt that there's just no way I cannot stop in here when we have such an amazing auction going on that means the world to the Big Three podcast. So I did have to load some mattresses and do some inventory, but I cut out and left. I will return, but this was much more important to stop in and to remind the fans and everybody about this auction, and it means a lot to me as well, being a guest and being friends with everybody here.
Well, if I may say something, what we're doing, again, we're having this neck brace auction.
Yeah.
You get the autographed neck brace that Perry wore between 5 and 6 weeks on his neck. You even autographed it. Mary Jane autographed it. Mole, myself, Perry autographed it. We all autographed it. But the crazy part of this, you're giving away a bed. And what kind of bed is that you're giving away exactly?
Well, what we have is we have Leeds mattress. It's a limited collection. It's made by the Serta Mattress Company, which is it's like
one of the best.
It is
one of the best.
Actually, their slogan is "We make the world's best mattress."
That's a really clever slogan.
That was.
You know what we should do? We should call the Big Three podcast
the world's
best podcast.
And it actually sticks.
Cool.
Whoa.
Well, that might be your new slogan.
Very well. Anyway, so you're giving away
Right. I wanted to make sure that, this is something really important for the studio and to keep the podcast going, and to, there's a lot of staff and involved, to bring something to life and make it go. You need engineering, sound, and a lot of the fans see.
Well, what we're doing is this, so because not only do you get the bed, you also get the free $10 shout out on a show. But all this money, 100% of the money, is going back to the new studio that we're going to have for the Big Three podcast.
That's why I'm here. That's why I knew, I want to just be a part, just to say, it's look, I may only be offering a bed, but this deal, if you come looking for this bed is way worth more than $500. You're looking at a bed that probably will retail close to $2,000.
Ooh, really?
For sure. Yes.
Yes. And it's going to be autographed by all of us, which is cool.
Yes.
By the way, you're a businessman.
I try to be.
And you know how these things go. There's usually kickbacks. Somebody's putting some of the money in their
Of course.
pocket.
I listened to Bill Gates talk about how he can't get his charity money to where it needs to go, and he has to actually find people that will bring polio shots. People steal some of the stuff that he's giving to charity to help people out. And I can say, and here he is, and I listened to it on.
That's disgusting.
Right, and he says the same thing, and he says to the people, ask him, and I don't want to get too long on it, real quick, is that they ask him, what do you do about it? Well, as soon as it comes back to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and they find out that this money's not going where it's going to go, they cut off the funding and find the right people to get it to where it's going to go. And I can tell you with this podcast, I know for sure I wouldn't be here if I didn't think that this money that's going to go
100%
is going,
goes to
and
I
wouldn't put my name or my company if I didn't think it was anything different than that, and that's why I'm here today, Don.
You're a hard-working guy. And if you noticed, Mole is not here. I guess he ran into a bunch of valets.
I like seeing him, but I understand that things happen. I don't know. You'll probably tell me later, but...
His heroin and crystal meth addiction, he tried to take a diet, and that has screwed him up. And I guess he was a little crazy.
That's what Amy Winehouse died over.
I understand. You know what? Drugs are part of our mainstream life right now. We just got to figure out how we can all... work with it and get help when we really need help. But, people like to get out of the, I'm not going to say get into depth on this, but I'm going to say is people like to get out of reality sometimes. And sometimes we have to come back to reality.
Well, what's really crazy about this, about Mole going through and hitting a bunch of valets, none of them are dead.
Yep.
At least right now, none of them are dead. Mole, a couple weeks ago, accidentally almost hit you a couple times with his car.
He was chasing me down with his car.
He didn't hit you, though?
No, he didn't hit me.
Well, that's bad, right?
I moved out of the way.
Man, for a guy with a bad neck, you run well, right?
I moved out of the way.
Hey, I'm joking.
If you saw that, I don't know who put that.
Hey, listen, someone said I don't have any good jokes, so Don. They asked if they asked if maybe I might have to stay. I'm the guy who might have a little money maybe to stay off the show, but he actually apologized.
Who said this?
I don't know. It was just one of the fans, and he's really cool, and I thanked him. I think
Neil, if I didn't like you or I didn't think you were funny, you would not be on the show.
And I would actually say, Don, I appreciate that, and I'd still be supporting the show.
And the people that don't think Neil is funny, let me tell you this: this was not planned. What we're about to do,
right?
Neil, tell the people a joke just to show them that you have a sense of humor.
Well, I'll do a joke. Well, I don't know if you're gonna like it, and I don't know if it has to be edited.
Go ahead.
Okay, because we know this Caravello and Caravello.
Talking to the
Caravello.
All right, that's a little loud now.
And so I was thinking Caravello.
Wait, start it again. Tell the joke.
Well, I was thinking that we're always going on your name if it's Caravello or Caravella, right?
Caravello or Caravello.
Okay, well, a small joke. It's going to be like dong after it's not going to work well. But look what I'm going to say. Do you know Caravello ice cream?
Sure do.
Okay, so I was thinking Caravello, which is smooth. It could be hard, smooth, and soft. So you're Caravello. You're soft and smooth.
Thank you.
Okay? It's not really a joke, but it's kind of, if you want to put it to it.
Okay, well, I asked you to tell a fucking joke, Neil, to show that you're funny.
Well, the funny thing is that all this name about Caravello and Caravella,
okay, Neil,
I think he's Caravello.
Okay, Neil, let's try this again.
All right.
No, Neil, you got to listen to what I'm saying.
All right.
I told people that I find you funny.
Right.
And I do. If I didn't find you funny, you wouldn't be here. Because this show is about the funny.
Exactly.
We talk about pop culture and our own personal lives on this show. That's what makes us different than any other podcast. But it also has a little bit of humor in it. And now I want you to show the people you're funny. Tell a joke. You got one joke in there. Tell a joke.
To tell you the truth, running over here and thinking about everything, I think the joke's on me today, Don, and I'm going to fail on this.
Don't you're not
fail on it.
Let me tell you this. You
not
own 26 mattress stores.
That's the problem.
You came from nothing. You came from no money. This wasn't handed to you.
That's the
now,
problem.
what I'm saying is right now, Neil, dig into your vast mind and think of one joke that you've got.
I'm actually I'm suffering with having no joke today, but I can promise you that I will bring some of my
watch
jokes.
this. Watch this. I throw it to Perry. Perry, tell a joke. Now, go.
All right. You know, you want me to tell
I
you
want
a
you
joke?
talking to the mic is what I'd like you to do.
All right. You want me to tell you a joke?
That's what I said.
All right. There's these tree peoples. One's
Tree?
Italian.
Wait a minute. Tree people?
Yeah, I'm talking with a Midwestern accent, you know.
That's a Midwestern accent?
Yeah, you know.
What is tree people? Are these people that live in trees?
Three.
Oh, three.
But in
Okay,
Chicago, we would say tree.
when you say Chicago, how long did you live in Chicago?
First 10 years of my life.
First 10 years. So you were 10 years when you moved.
When I came to L.A.
Huh.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
47. I'll be 48 in
So
November.
37 years here.
Right.
Okay. Go back to your tree people.
My tree people. There's tree people out there. An Italian, a Jew, and a Polak. Okay? And they're all supposed to be cooking a big meal. Okay? Now, the Italian comes up with a pasta dish. The Jew makes matzo balls. And the Polak is trying to figure out what to do.
Riveting. Riveting. Continue.
Oh, shit. And I just stumped myself. Damn it.
I'm ready to tell you something, Don.
Let's just see where this joke goes, because
cool.
I want to
Yeah, you're
find
right.
out about the tree
Thanks.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I tell you? Shit. I just fucked it all up.
Wait a minute. This is tell the joke about the tree people. The Italian, the Polish guy, and the Jewish fellow.
I just fucked. Forgive me. I just lost it.
Maybe I shared that. I
Neil,
sitting next to him.
Neil, let him think for one fucking second. I'm trying to prove something. Perry, do you want everyone to just think you're the homophobic, racist, male chauvinistic, moronic fool? Tell a joke.
Oh, boy. It's a cooking joke, and I just forgot the damn thing. Oh, Christ.
Okay, this is dead
I'm
air.
sorry.
This is dead
This
air.
is like
It's
MacArthur
dead air.
Park.
It's dead
He's
air
lost the
because I just
recipe.
lost myself.
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute, look who's here. The president of Ace Broadcasting. It's Donnie Mizrahi. What did you say?
you have the
This
recipe,
is like
Donnie?
MacArthur Park, where somebody's lost the recipe, and
Oh, it's like
Thank
this-
you.
Don, I might forget this one, and it's from
Yeah, the reason why I said Polak is-
1975. It's 1975. I'm on the back of a bus, and I remember this. It's from when I was in foster home, and I was in the back of the bus, and this I thought was funny. You
Okay,
ready?
36-year-old joke. Go.
Okay. Going down the highway doing 64, Neil blew a fart and blew me out the door. The wheels couldn't take it, the engine fell apart, all because of Neil's supersonic fart.
Boom.
1975.
Very
that's
good.
a joke.
Wait a
That's
minute.
really that's a
That
joke.
was funny.
Was it?
Wow.
Yeah.
But I really want to say something, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Okay. Now, I'm the guy, and you say I'm the businessman, and you know, quite frankly, I have to be the businessman. I have to carry the weight of 26 stores through one of the worst economies that probably some people who are still alive who went through depression are saying, wow, this is another depression, and they're living through this. And I'm dealing with it. But yes, I am that businessman. So I don't concentrate on jokes, but I will say when I come on and I talk about serious things, or maybe I don't have enough time to talk about it because I don't want, this is your show and I'm a guest, but I'll tell you, you know, things that, like something could be thrown at me and I'll turn it into fun, although it might have hurt my feelings or wasn't funny, or maybe it was funny to someone else. Well, I'll tell you, I went to the grocery store when I was young, right, Don? And my mother had to use food stamps. Now, right now, when people use food stamps, they use a credit card. Now, shoot, I only wish I grew up where there was food stamps with credit cards. But let me tell you what happened when I was like a really young guy. Check this out, Don. Do you think this is funny?
I'm listening.
A cash register lady.
And also, I'm hoping it's funny.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, like, think about how this feels. You're totally embarrassed that you're on food stamps and you really don't want to be with your mom when she dishes them out. But basically, they needed change, right? Because my mother has like 20 food stamps, 20 denominations, 5 denominations, right? So we finished, we packed the bags, and they're doing the exchange on the register. And this is going back in the days when I was younger. And basically, instead of like calling a manager to say to get change with the food stamps, you got like a full house of people in the grocery store, and they call out like line number 7, we need change for food stamps. And I'm sitting there, and everyone's looking at us on the line, and I'm sitting here saying to myself, mother effer. I mean, it's bad enough we're on food stamps. Does the lady have to scream out across the store to the manager to get food stamps and change? So these things where I look back, where it was like a crime scene to me, I could look back and say, you know what? It was funny. It was funny because that's what made me who I am today, and that's what makes me come on the show. And so I'm more like I'm the outcast in the sense of I'm not the comedian, I agree. But I could definitely say whatever you throw at me, I'm not one to push it away, throw it away. I'm ready to have fun with it and bring it on. That's the guy I am.
I like that. That was a really
I
nice
just feel
remark.
like, you know what? I've been through the mud.
I'm mixed if I like it or not. I'm not.
I understand.
exactly
No,
sure.
I understand.
I mean,
but I would
no,
love.
it's not-
Hey, be honest with you, I would have loved to spend my life instead of working since I was 9, doing comedy, having fun, and learning every joke there was in the world. And
You know what I would
comedians.
like to have done?
And I would still.
I would have
continue.
liked to have been in the Navy and been a cook, like Cookie Caramello, Perry's
His
father.
name is not Cookie. God damn it.
Oh, wait a second. What's that?
Good news?
Hold on for just a second. Hold on for just 1 second. Neil, look who's here.
Hello, how are you today?
This is Perry.
Hey!
This is Perry's manager. This is
Hey, hi.
Good seeing you.
and
Hi,
and who are you?
Pleasure. Pleasure.
Who's this?
This is Becky Romaine. She's my assistant.
Hey, Becky, a pleasure to meet you. You're the
just out,
assistant. Grab a seat here. Come on.
You want to stay? We were out shopping.
Come on down.
And you were in the area?
Well, this is a nice, cool
Come on
room.
over here.
All right, yeah.
Come on over here. Well, we just have coming into the studio Perry's manager or agent.
He's my agent.
This is Hank Greenberg, and why don't you introduce it? Why don't you guys share this mic right here?
Well,
Here, put your headset.
Sorry.
Why don't you introduce who is this right here? Because I've never met you.
Is this okay?
Yeah.
This is Becky Romaine.
Oh, hi.
I'm his assistant.
Oh,
That's
I've heard a
Don.
lot about you.
That's Perry. Perry's my actual
Okay.
client.
Hi, pleasure.
You
Neil.
have kind of a reputation with his clients, don't
Don.
you?
Oh my God, stop.
Actually,
Stop.
Okay, well, that's what I've heard. Anyway, we're in the middle of the show. Do you guys want to hang out for a little bit?
I don't care. Do you have anywhere to go?
No, we can
Well,
hang
the
out a
shopping
little
was
bit.
probably great for her. I mean, right?
Yeah, it was
right? I
awesome.
mean, that must have been great.
I'll tell you. I gotta say, I think I'm the only agent in town whose assistant has nothing to do outside of work and actually guilts me into hanging out with
He's
her.
my
She's so
life.
boring.
Well,
I
I
gotta-
think that's really
Great.
fantastic. She seems like she's
Cool.
smiling.
I gotta,
Cool.
I gotta,
Check. Oh.
I gotta find her a boyfriend.
Well,
I mean, no offense. but
no, actually,
just
I think it's
I
great
do,
that
I
you
do.
guys get along. And who knows? I don't know if you're married. I never met you before. Are you married?
No, I have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
But
You're
Okay.
available?
No,
Well,
we're
I would
just-
say is you're very beautiful, and I'm
Thank
sure you're
you.
picked up on all the time. But of course, it's very best to pick and choose the right one.
Right, of course.
that is so true. But
Yes.
You know
Well-
what? One of the reasons I wanted you to come by today, because I called you, I didn't
Yeah,
think you'd make
actually-
it today.
sorry.
I wanted you to talk a little bit about Perry, because one day he's working with us, one day he's off to Italy. On Tuesday, well, okay, but on Tuesday, you called me up and said for the next 4 months you're going to be in Italy and you're done with the podcast.
Well, that was the ridiculous BS with.
Don't mention his name.
Say the question again.
No, I'm not going to say the question again. I just want you to.
Why were you in Italy?
No, he's
No,
not in Italy.
I'm not
He
in
says he was
Italy.
going to go to
Oh, he was
Italy.
going to Italy. Are you Italian?
I'm full-blooded.
Wow.
Yeah. See,
Why?
my other project.
Wait a
that
minute. Why did you ask if he was
I
Italian?
just like Italians.
Are you Italian?
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, my,
just like-
did
I
you
just
see the
like-
Woody
Where-
Harrelson movie in Paris? Yeah, because that
Yes.
was that was a pretty cool movie,
It
right?
was a cool
What
movie.
the
yeah,
hell
it
are
was
we
definitely-
talking about?
Well,
this?
because the
How does
Paris,
that?
the Italy,
Okay,
whole,
let's-
know,
let's-
you know.
We're in the middle
Don,
of
let's
some.
just get to business. Honestly,
Okay.
I've been on Rodeo Drive for like 4 hours.
that even makes it better.
Oh
my God.
I'm out of
the
I'm
best street in
so
the country.
tired.
Becky, right?
Yes.
Wow, you are Italian. Anyway, so could you say something to him, because he's got to make
I'm
a commitment
s-
to
I'm
this
stupid.
show.
Yeah, my commitment is to the show.
Well,
as people say about you, you're a homophobic, racist, male chauvinistic, moronic fool is exactly what they say. But go ahead. What were you saying?
Well, Perry, when I became your agent, we talked, and I said that I would never hide anything from you, and we'd always kind of deal on the level. So I'm just going to level with you and tell you that last week Don called me and said that you were acting unprofessional again, and I thought, maybe I'd stop by after the show, and you and I could have a talk.
Okay.
And so, I guess I wasn't planning to come in during the show, but as long as we're here, we might as well just talk about what's going on because. And I as I told you before, I did go to law school. You did sign a contract in which you,
and I have
in the spirit of the contract, promised to act professionally.
And if it means anything, we've upheld our end of the bargain because we just actually got done with this 60 seconds with Perry right before you came in. So we've done everything we could.
And you're still paying him. You're still paying him every time you bring up the incident.
No,
yes,
not every time, but most of the time.
Yeah. You've gotten a lot of money. Plus, we give you the $10 shout-outs almost all the time.
Almost.
Well, Perry, last week you stole it twice. The money was lying there, and Mo wanted money for heroin, and so we were going to split it, and you took the money twice.
But you got it back.
No, we didn't.
Right then and
how much
there,
money of the $42?
I got $31. I got what was it? $30.
Yeah, $31. It's beyond that. Okay. Anyway, get to your point because I'm telling you, I need you to say something to him right now because I need him to be in line from now on.
I'll say this, Perry, you're an adult man.
Thank you.
You're a client, so I work for you. But I'll tell you professionally,
I work for you.
That doesn't make any sense. That's not true. I work for you, right?
Thank you.
Okay. So Perry's my boss, but I work for Perry.
No, I understand.
Yeah,
I get that too.
You help him get jobs and gigs and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I will tell you, and just as some advice, that it's worthwhile to make this podcast your number one priority because
Thank you.
Becky will tell you, like, I'm on the phone all day with all these people, and they all have a million projects, and they all have their stupid, terrible documentary. They're all doing some dumb documentary about, like, some country or some part, and it's
funny
just, it never goes anywhere.
He was doing a documentary about Italian Americans.
Okay, good example, right? I mean, great, beautiful.
The Sicilian American
right,
societies.
I mean, but, again, how often have those things really gone anywhere? That's my point. That's all I'm saying is I just think...
wait a minute. I think we've been waiting for this phone call because we've been... Well, if you notice, Mole's not here today.
Yeah, what happened?
He ran into some valets, and he's in rehab right now, but we're going to get to the bottom of this. Go ahead. Send that call. I think it's John Quincy Adams.
Hello, all. Do you know whom it is?
Yeah, it's Mr. Adams.
Hey,
We're
Mr.
just talking
Adams.
about him.
Listen. By now you've heard about Mo's situation, and if you like, I can give you a few more specifics. Would that be all right?
Oh, that's great.
Sure.
We've been waiting all day for that.
All right. Now, here's what I've done. What I've done is I've sent Walter to a very exclusive detoxification rehabilitation at the Narco Center for Drugophiles. They have a wonderful physician overseeing the entire operation.
Dr. Livingston, I presume?
One and the same, Mr. Barnes. He is attempting some radical procedures that offer completely unbelievable results.
Mr. Adams, this is Hank Greenberg. I'm Perry's agent.
Ah, Greenie. Good to hear from you.
I've heard that some of Dr. Livingston's techniques are controversial.
More controversial than mixing heroin and methamphetamine for bikini season?
Oh, my God.
Perry, you've been awful quiet about this. How do you feel about Mole getting re-educated to unlearn his addiction?
I want Mole to be in a treatment center to get off of all the drugs that he's been addicted to.
As you know, Perry one time was hooked on crack cocaine.
Well, yeah, but that I was able to break away from that.
That was a long time.
It was
ago.
Becky,
Yeah.
you ever done drugs before?
No.
Good.
Congratulations.
That was a
Good for
long
you.
time ago for Perry.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I've
Don't
been
judge
clean
him
and sober since.
I don't judge anybody.
But
I've
what
been
about
clean and
Mole?
sober since the new millennium.
We were talking more about Mole. Do you think he can get off?
He can if he stays on it.
What does that mean?
Meaning stays with the way the treatment center
The program.
Perry,
does
but
the
you
program.
didn't use a
exactly.
program.
I used the program. Of
Okay.
course I used the
You
program.
used a program to get off crack?
I used the program every single day.
Something I didn't know before
Wow.
today.
Good for you.
Good for you, man.
A lot of people
great.
can't get off it.
You got to stay on the program. You just can't just pull away from it.
It's a lifestyle.
Listen. I don't mean to cut everyone off, but I must run. I'm going by Mole's house to clean out the last of his stash. And I may be unavailable for a few days.
Wait, hold everything.
No.
What about a joke today?
Oh, I don't know about a joke. Without Mole, it just seems... Oh, all right. Here we are. Here's a joke. Why is Europe like a frying pan?
Why is Europe like a frying pan?
Why is Europe like a frying pan?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What is it?
I don't know.
Because they both have disgusting, filthy grease on the bottom. You see, grease? Oh, I do miss that water.
Yeah, grease.
All.
They have disgusting grease on the bottom. Why is Europe like a frying pan?
You get it?
Yeah, that's cute.
Well, thank you. That was John Quincy Adams. Thank you for calling, and thank you for the update on what's going on with Mole.
And I hope Mole gets healthy and away from all the garbage that he's been doing. That's
well, you know what?
possibly able to take his life.
Really quickly, not to interrupt you, but I was wondering if you could just take off your hat.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why?
I just... Oh, you are bald. I just wanted to see if you were bald.
Oh, yeah.
I was just talking to my mom about this the other day. She had, I don't know, obsession growing up about bald guys. We're talking about, how hot bald guys are.
You do.
Very lovely. She's obsessed with Bruce Willis, and there's so many other celebrities, but.
Well, thank you.
Did you see recently Matt Damon? He shaved his head bald.
I didn't know that.
Very striking.
Did you notice my blue eyes?
I did. I noticed your bald head even more. Can I touch it?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Go ahead. Touch away.
Very nice. Very, very smooth.
You could tell how into it you were right there. I could just tell. But yeah, Perry always talks about my blue eyes. Tell him what you think about my eyes.
No comment.
Tell him what you think.
No, because you're going to make it sound like I'm gay.
I'm not going to make it think like you're
why
gay.
is everything
Why
gay
is it about
with you?
gay?
Everything-
Somebody can't have a door. If you say something,
look, I like your blue eyes.
thank you.
I got a thing for blue eyes.
That doesn't make you
Perry,
gay.
You were good with it the other day.
Doing the thing with Randy Callahan made you gay, not saying that I have nice
That was
blue eyes.
1992.
All right, and we've forgotten about that.
But
So let's
no,
move
we
on
haven't.
from it.
Perry.
No, we haven't. We can bring it
Perry.
up all the time.
If anybody says you're gay,
Exactly.
but you know you're not gay, who cares?
Exactly. We went through
I know
that
you're
already.
not gay by the hat you have in your lap. It's
Thank
very,
you.
very
Perry,
sexy.
2 weeks ago, you
Nice
did
chic
admit
hat.
how great his eyes were.
Yeah.
There's nothing
right.
wrong with that.
See?
Okay.
But I feel like anybody that has to defend that they're not gay,
Well,
that's an issue.
exactly. I told him he doesn't have
Because
to.
guys that aren't gay, they don't defend that they're not
So
gay.
you see that, Perry? You have
Yeah.
just heard from a beautiful
Thank
woman
you.
that you do
say
not have.
that every time. Don't
There you go.
prelude it with, I'm not gay, but I...
You see? Thanks.
Very
See?
good
You
point,
just helped
Becky.
Perry.
Excellent
I
point.
think
you
next
know,
week.
you got great eyes. You got a great
Right?
shirt.
Perry.
He does have real handsome eyes.
Thank you,
See that?
Perry. There's nothing wrong
Hey,
with
Don.
that.
My
Don.
daughter's a blue-eyed
You
girl.
see, when you invite people, you never know what could shake
You know
Perry
what?
up.
You guys want to stick around? What we're going to do right now, we're going to do a little guy talk. Come on, stick around for this. This is where we've got 4 guys and 1 girl
Yeah.
sitting around talking about the ladies. It's time once again for guy talk.
Oh, yeah.
It's guy talk.
Oh,
We're gonna talk about the ladies. Guy talk.
Now, what this segment is about is it's just guys sitting around. As a matter of fact, I think it might be the first time that we've ever had a lady sitting around.
That's very
Talking
exciting.
to you.
I
that
think
cool?
that actually
Part
makes
of
it
guy
really
talk.
very exciting because actually, she could actually put some input to it, to believe it, turn it down.
Don't feel like you have to include. I don't want to be rude.
I don't want to include her.
No, not include, but she could actually be definitely part of agree or disagree, maybe.
Yeah, that's fine.
Why are we acting like a bunch of little kids here?
All right, it's guy
Because
talk.
we have a girl on for
No,
guy
it's
talk?
guy talk, and
We're
if
on
she's
the playground, it's 4 guys, and we're talking about 1 girl
all
that
right,
can just.
and Don,
okay, but
it's who is it today that's going to start it off?
well,
'Cause
I don't even know if I want to do it unless.
of course we want to do it.
Well, okay, this is just guys talking about the ladies.
All right.
You know what? Maybe we could ask you this, Becky. What do girls really look for in a guy?
Oh, man.
That's a
Why are
great
you asking
question.
me
Like,
this?
what do you look for in a
Okay,
guy?
I'm different than most girls in LA.
Why is that?
Because I'm a hard worker and I have higher aspirations. Most of my friends just want to marry men with money. and get tied down and just be taken care of for the rest of life.
That's what you want, or
no, that's not what I want. I'm
Well,
staying
what
in
do you
LA.
want?
For me,
Yeah.
I just want a guy that's almost like my best friend who I can do everything with and laugh with, have fun with, you know. Like we're having fun if we're going to Target or if we're on the beach or if we're at a theater, you know, play, if we're snowboarding.
Awesome.
That sounds
actually.
just,
you know,
no,
it
but that sounds
complements
like
your life.
unbelievable stuff.
Like I work a lot. I want somebody who brings no drama, just somebody that makes me happy, you know, helps me out when I need help. If I don't have time to cook dinner, then cook me dinner. Or vice versa, then I'll help you out. But, you know.
Oh,
so how does that,
exactly
all
what
right,
I'm
so
looking
Don, if I
for.
ask a question to her? Can I?
Yes, yeah, go
All
ahead.
right, so the question would be is the first date, do you get this stuff out on the table quick or do you wait for the third date because you need to know if this guy is worth anything? Do you get there quick? Because sometimes people go for like 4 and 5 dates and then they don't get this stuff out on the table. And then
I know on the very first date if I'm going to see the guy again.
That's pretty cool.
I think there's some girls, though. I have a lot of friends that share way too much on a first date. You don't need to do all that. You don't need to talk about every ex-boyfriend you've had, who you've lived with.
Gotcha.
What, you know, things like that. Like
exactly.
Who you've hooked up with. Just, like, you know, fill the person out. See if they're compatible with your life, your lifestyle.
Okay.
That sounds
okay.
good.
Slow up. This isn't guy talk at all.
Well, it became woman talk.
Why not?
Hey,
I actually
that was
think
a great
what she
question that you asked,
Okay.
though. That
great
question brought up a lot of great things.
I'd like some
You guys
actual
are
guy
like
talk.
young schoolgirls.
No,
with
it's
your
just that.
excitement over there.
It's just that to tell you the truth is.
It's like
she
you've never
speaks
seen a
for-
girl in
no,
your life here.
No, wrong.
No, you're being disrespectful to guy talk with the.
All right.
Oh,
well, we can talk guy talk, but I think the reality is I think a lot of your fans. I think a lot of the fans would love to hear what a beautiful young woman who came into this show has in her heart of what she's looking for. I think a lot of people would enjoy to hear that.
Cares.
They just want to hear
Nobody
straight
cares.
up sex.
Nobody. That's not about straight up sex, but what it is
About
this.
things that go on, right?
Yeah, and
So that's why I asked.
this is
guy talk.
She's given a romantic. Oh, this is the way I am.
It's not romantic.
It is
It's
romantic.
the truth.
No, it isn't.
Okay,
It's
well,
not
if you want a quality girl, then this is the things
Don,
you would.
I
if
think
you
it's
wanna,
you
if you
to
wanna,
you're the guy talk today because I did a guy talk with lingerie last week. You did some guy talk.
Exactly.
Don, I think you could do some
I mean, if you want me to talk about what I look in just a hookup partner,
No,
then I
we're
can
not-
talk about that too. Because
we're
at
not
this
talking
age,
about that.
At a certain age, older women.
Okay, all right,
I mean,
slow up.
you know.
Can I just say something? No disrespect, Becky.
Okay.
I mean, you seem like a very nice girl, and
She's
I've heard
very
about.
nice. She's
Yeah, absolutely,
nice.
Super
and I
hard.
understand you're a very good assistant and all
Absolute-
that,
that is
and I
very
understand that you hook up with some of his clients. That's the rumor.
Oh my God, I can't believe it's hard when you're working with somebody as much as I work with him or around people. I don't get to go out.
Why
I
do
don't
you
get to
talk
socialize.
so disrespectful?
like-
Well, I
What's that?
understand
Why
that.
are you being
I
so
work 7 days a
disrespectful?
week.
Who's being?
myself.
Why do you?
You are.
Shut up! Don't try to be the white
he
knight.
brings
She's
nice
not going to
guys
fall in
around
love with
where
you
I
because
am.
you
I
come
don't
out here and
expect her to
protect
fall-
yourself.
I don't expect
Perry,
her
this
to
is a
fall in love
bullshit
with me.
character.
Shut
No,
up,
you.
you bastard.
I'm a fucking bad. Look at how tough you're
hold
acting.
on.
You're
Yeah,
trying to be
yeah,
the
yeah.
white
I'm
knight in
gonna
front of
be-
her.
I'm gonna be
Let
the
me
white
just
knight
say
in
this.
front of her
What
right
she's
now.
doing is yeah. Who cares
Well,
about this?
hey, Don,
This is a storybook.
Spit it out, Neil.
I don't know. The manager.
I mean,
Neil is
I'm sorry,
beside you.
Neil.
I
Hey,
actually. She said she
You
was.
don't even know
she
the
was cool.
name of
with,
your own agent, manager, whatever.
I'm
She was
stumped
cool
right
with
now.
saying who she hooks up
Okay.
with and
Hank.
things that go on.
It doesn't matter.
Why
I'm just
wouldn't it?
saying. I just say it's
That's
a
guy
line of
talk.
shit. I think it's a line of shit, and I'm telling you this. You're gonna tell me that if somebody made me happy, I don't care if they had money or not.
No, not at all, actually.
What about the hookup then?
Okay, Perry, how much money do you make a month from your checks?
That's not.
It's none of your business.
All right.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, when I first moved out to LA, I did.
Where are you from?
Kind of the Orange County area.
Oh, that's not too far.
But I moved out when I was 17. I'll be honest with you. I don't like Orange County very much. There's a lot of,
I
fake,
have stores there, and it's
fake
very
blonde
tough.
girls, long, big, fake boobs. I don't.
But
do well
LA
in
is
that
pretty
one.
tough too, though, right? Don?
Yeah, but it's more open to,
Okay.
What I missed about Orange County when I lived in Costa Mesa was all the love and respect that I would get
I
from
have
the
a
people
store in
over
Costa
there.
I've
Mesa.
never seen anybody kiss more ass in my life.
No, I'm
Perry.
not kissing
You're
more
kissing her ass.
Bullshit.
You're
no
trying
love
to
and
impress
respect
her.
in
Oh,
Orange- in
it's
Orange
bullshit.
County.
It's bullshit.
Who is
Back in
You know what?
off of the Balboa
let me tell you
Peninsula.
this.
County is the
Worst
most
guy talk
pretentious,
ever.
like,
That's
stuck-up
it.
place
That's the end.
ever.
Once again,
All
that
right.
was guy talk.
Oh, yeah. It's guy talk.
This is, lesson learned. Don't go shopping with your assistant.
Oh my God.
No, it's not that.
you
It's
know?
not that you shop.
Was there
with your
anything nice
assistant.
that you saw?
No, let's get to the bottom line. Please don't be offended by what I say, Becky.
Oh, I'm not offended
what
at
I'm
all.
what I'm trying to tell you is this. I just think it's
Well,
a
what
lot.
are you looking for, Don?
We're not. Guy talk's over.
Okay.
We're not talking guy talk. We're gonna move on right now.
Getting hot and steaming here, folks.
We're gonna go to a segment that I will say this: people have called the best thing that we do on this show, without question. It's gonna be a little crazy today, but it's time for Mole Play.
Mole play, mole play, let's play mole play. Mole play, let's play mole play. Mole play!
Well, there is no mole today, and so once again, we really can't do mole play. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to have producer Mary Jane. Mary Jane, come on over for a second. Hello, Mary Jane.
Hello.
All right, now, Mary Jane, during today's mole play, I'd like to ask you a question, and why don't you just answer that question?
Okay.
Oh, I've just noticed something. I don't know what's going on, but your eyes are blinking like crazy. Is it the lights?
Yes, when I blink my eyes with the bright lights, there's flashes and strobes.
Okay, well, that was today's Mole Play.
Mole play, let's play mole play. Mole play, let's play mole play. Mole play!
Well, we're coming to the end of the show, and now we're coming to the point where quite literally is the worst thing that we do on this show. It was kind of a big hit when we had the public access show many years ago, but now it is never organized. It is never well thought out. It is just terrible. It's time once again for Perry's Corner.
It's Perry's Corner.
Do you have a subject you want me to bring up today?
See, that's Greenberg. That's exactly what I'm talking
Or-
about. He's supposed to come in here with some kind of subject he's going to talk about in his corner, and he never does. Today is our 41st show, and he has never come out with a subject at all.
Frankly, I don't know what to...
Right now, we got...
He's saying something.
Okay.
What are you
No,
saying?
I was just going to say, it's like I always tell Becky, I try to teach her the business, and I always say, prior preparation prevents pitfalls. I call it the 4 Ps. And
What is that again?
Prior preparation prevents pitfalls.
You have to be prepared. Every night before I go to bed, I have a list of things that I need to do for him or for me the next day, and you got to make sure it's all ready to go.
I'm just saying, Perry, how long does it take,
Maybe I can ask...
Are you working on a lot of other projects right now?
With him, I've been so busy. I mean, I got home last night.
Let's go with this. Let's think of what you can talk about on today's Perry's Corner. Go.
Prior preparations prevent pitfalls. Now, that means that now I've got to settle down when I get home after helping with the construction of the new studio. I got to write in my book and my daytimer what has to be done the next day. I got to prepare, and I've got to.
That would be 5 Ps then. If you put
prior preparation prevents pitfalls. 4.
But you got to prepare. That's what you said. Didn't he say that? Am I wrong?
That's true.
Okay, 5. So then I got to prepare.
Right
Prior
now-
preparation prevents pitfalls. And I,
So what are you guys so busy doing? I did see your movie, by the way.
Thank you.
It was awesome.
Oh,
Thank you.
thanks. Thank you very much. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, at least you understand good movies, Becky.
Yeah.
Well, this...
Are you shooting another movie right now?
Well, I'll tell you that it's very funny. We have a guy that's kind of close to us. Maybe you've heard of him, Terrifying Tim.
Oh, yeah.
From the
yeah,
Perpedic
yeah.
family.
Yeah.
He's also a Kennedy. And
Right.
what he wants to do is he wants to do the sequel here, and he wants to take us out.
Wants to steal my role.
Well, he's going to play Stone Fury, but it's going to be
Steal
called
my role.
Beantown Heat because it's going to be based in Boston.
Right.
So that's what we're trying to do.
That's cool.
But this is supposed to be your corner, and now we're talking about Terrifying Tim.
I've been so ripped and busy with making this work out, and then when I got that phone call about going to Italy, things got all confusing for a few days. Do you want to go to Italy?
Do I want to go to Italy? Are you being serious?
I'm asking you.
Can you afford that, Perry? You can barely You have about $200 a month to spend money on. Why are you laughing, Perry? Why are you laughing?
No, I'm shocking her. That's why.
You're what?
I'd love to go to Italy, but
Wait a minute. Are you?
It would take It would take way too long.
Do you understand what a girl like this? If you say you want to take her to Italy,
it means
you've got to take her to Italy. You've got to take her to Italy, and you got to pay for everything. You need new clothes, don't you, Becky?
I'll be honest. Like probably six of my clients have taken her on trips.
Oh my gosh! Shut the.
Well, whatever. I mean,
Were they good trips?
I'm not saying
Were they
anything
great
about
trips?
it at all. I'm not saying.
Right now, I don't have a pot to
course
piss in
they
or a
were.
window to throw it out of until we make the next film.
Have they been to different
And then
areas?
after we make the next film,
don't
then we're
know.
going.
Of course, yeah.
Then after we make the next film and I get my freaking passport, then we're going to Italy.
Okay, so two things.
Capiche?
She's got an appointment with Perry to Italy.
That's it.
I do.
After the next movie.
Perry, you gotta get a passport.
We got to get the movie done. We got to get the film done. We got to get the film done. I got to get my passport.
Get a passport. That's usually
How long
good.
is this film gonna take?
Ask him. He's
actually,
the boss.
what's going on is this. Right now, in the Beantown Heat, he's not even in it. So
Well, but Becky will tell you, I've been working nonstop trying to get him in. That
Yeah.
is true. And we're gonna
Thank
make
you.
that happen.
Yeah,
Well,
we've
but
been
he's
talking to so many people.
He's put down Terrifying Tim so much, I don't think.
Well,
he'll ever
the guy
change his
doesn't want to
mind.
work with me. He wants to work against me and challenge me. So when you're going to challenge me, I'm going to destroy you.
Yeah, and then you're out of the movie.
You know what? I think you should not waste another breath on him. Don't worry about him. Focus on you.
Thank you.
Well, anyway, that was once again you failed again. That was Perry's
I
Corner.
actually think this was a
talked about
success.
something
This was.
It's Perry's Corner.
Well, today's been quite a crazy show. I want to thank Neil Leeds, our sponsor, for dropping by again. It's always good to see you, Neil.
Always good to see you, Don.
I'd also like to thank Hank Greenberg for stopping by and his lovely assistant,
Becky.
Becky Romaine.
Yes. Yes. Can I touch your head one more time before we leave?
Oh, sure, why not? Go ahead.
It really is a nice bald head.
Thank you.
Really, really.
Well, anyway, I want to remind people at 11:59 tonight, it's the end of the auction, and this is the auction for the neck brace, the autographed neck brace that Perry wore between 5 and 6 weeks, autographed by everybody associated with the Big Three podcast, a complete bed from Leeds Mattresses, that free $10 shout out. So get the bids up. This is your last chance, 11:59 tonight. It closes. After that, you can't bid anymore. So, well, I guess that's it for this show. And next week is our last show here at the Ace Broadcasting Network. So, guys, here we go. Well, you know what? Put it in there. Everybody put their hand in there. Big Three for Neil Leeds, Hank Greenberg, Scary Perry Caramello.
Caravello.
Me, Don Barris.
Caravello. Stop it with that
Okay.
Caramello
For our
garbage.
producer, the great Mary Jane. Thank you, Mary Jane.
Thank you, Mary.
Don't forget, if you want to get us on the social networks, don't forget where you can make the bid for the auction. Don Barris. That's on Facebook. Perry has a Facebook page. Perry F. Caravello, and that's K-A-R.
C-A-R is in car, A-V is in Victor.
Neil Leeds, do you have
E-double-L-O.
a... but you don't want people knowing
No,
that.
they could actually friend me on
You know
Facebook.
what? Give out your phone number so people can
Here
call
we
you.
go again, and I always do, and you have great fans. 818-209-5632. They do call, and they're
they
really
do,
nice.
and they're nice. If
They're very
Hank-
nice.
I can't believe you're giving out your number.
They do call. They call from all over the country, even Australia.
Wow.
Hank, thank you very
your phone number.
No, I think
You
people
might be
would
in
know
trouble.
that, yeah.
I'm not as
Hank,
pretty
thank
as
you for stopping by.
Hank would kill me.
Becky, thank you so much. Well, this is it. Our second to last show. Thank you. We'll see you the next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hey.